Hi guys, NX Gamer here again, another week, and it's Watch Dogs all over again. Today's been some new footage released from Ubisoft from the event in Paris a few weeks ago, the review event, and as you can see before you is some lovely footage from this event. PS4 footage shown at the beginning of the video, the highlight of that shot you just saw there. Bit disappointing they haven't released the PAX footage that was shown last week from America, PAX East, which is a bit of a shame because that was a very impressive few shots there. But they have released quite a lot of footage in this, and there's a video at the end of this that goes through the online aspect of the game. This is just a quick video. I wanted to get it out there, so I've got obviously the best footage from this and the best quality I've got edited down for you guys to have a look at and enjoy. You can see that the this is clearly PS4 footage. You can see the aliasing on the edge of the car on the right hand side. I'm still not too sure about the SMAA that they're saying they use on this game. It's saying it's altered. It is altered. It doesn't look anywhere near as strong as what I thought it would look from this footage, but I'm being nitpicky now. It still looks absolutely amazing. The footage going on in front of you obviously is from the event. It's a B-roll footage that they've launched to the press, so everyone's using the same footage given by Ubisoft. There's various aspects and lots of reviews and interviews out there at the moment that you can take a look at. Check out the official PlayStation video that's got an interview with the guy from Ubisoft, and there's one on a few of the websites from Jonathan Moran in French with subtitles. We're going to check that out as well. That's obviously quite interesting to listen to. You can see here that obviously the frame rate looks nice and smooth, 30 frames, no issues there at all. It's chugging along very nicely, lots of dynamic action. The control system in the game is very good. You see him jumping between the cycle wheel there, his abilities. You've got weapons, you've got the guns, you've got the abilities that you can use. So there's the blackout that we know of, there's the hack mode, there's the focus thing that you can activate by clicking the stick. Obviously the reload you saw there as well, which is clicking the right stick as you reload. The lighting, the rain, the physics, everything looks stupendous. The amount of life in the city looks stunning. This is the blackout scene, which was kind of the big part of the PAX East footage. It does highlight the visuals very nicely and the lighting effects really, really well. You can see the rain effects, the lighting in the background. Everything looks exactly nice and tasty as we expected. Now, the wind there is actually affecting the waterfall. You can see the dynamic wind does seem to have a very big effect in the game. Now there's a lot of lighting and animation, very context sensitive on animation. There's a scene here where Aiden hits the copper, goes into like a melee mode, which looks quite good. Hopefully you can control that action within the game. There seems to be a very big mod cycle in the game, so you can see that you can increase your, like an RPG element, you can increase your driving ability, your hacking ability, your shooting ability. There's a focus boost mode. There's lots and lots of things that have come out of this footage. The online aspect is obviously very dynamic. You can get your game hacked while you're playing. You can hack other people's games while you're playing. And the demonstration that they've come out with shows like the dynamic of how both sides see the game as it's playing out. So you get a shot of the guy being hacked, and then the view of the guy hacking the guy being hacked. You both look like Aiden in your own view, but obviously the aspect of the game is when somebody hacks you, the area that you're playing in, you can see a small field of where you're playing. You don't have to scope the guy out, and there's quite a very good demonstration of the kind of dynamicness of the city where the player decides to shoot a gun in the air to panic the civilians, the NPCs around him. They obviously all react to that, run off on their own way, and basically abscond into the distance, which is quite impressive. Now, a lot of the footage that they showed, which I've just edited down for you there, is mightily impressive. I'm not going to spend loads of time talking about this. Obviously we can go through that in another video when the game finally does come out. There's lots of talk about the PC version as already, saying that it's far superior. My first thoughts on that, of course it is, because they're going to be running it on 780 Ti's or something along those lines. So they're going to be running it at 2K, 4K resolution. See, that's going to jump out at you when you're standing next to a 1080p image with the aliasing on this game. The aliasing on this game is very good. It does look very clean, a very crisp image. But you compare it to other console games. Obviously I'm going to compare it to the best one there is out there at the moment, Second Son. It's not in the same league as the SMAA in that game. That is obviously a far higher level of anti-aliasing going on than this game. But to be fair, this game is doing a hell of a lot more The physics in the game, the dynamicness of the city, the systemic element of the game, you can see is quite large. The amount of action with interactions with the characters in the game and the NPCs, if you watch them go around in the city, you watch how they react to people, how they react to you, to each other, they interact, they talk, there's people hugging, there's people crying, there's people being sick. You don't tend to see a huge amount of overlap between character faces, character models, and certainly when you're profiling people with the control system, it all seems very fluid and very smooth. Now here you can get a shot of the interior cockpit view of the game that obviously Jonathan Moran talked about. You can see obviously it looks beautiful, there's lots of doff effect there, the lighting shines into the dashboard, you can see the detail of the car. You notice it a lot when you're opening the car door, you can see inside the interior, the interior light comes on. When you're pulling people out of the car, you can see on the shot on the right hand side. And obviously this section is also showing the fact that you can use a mobile device, an app or an iPad, something like that to play in the game. So this is basically an online multiplayer match where you can play with another person on an iPad, not even a console or PC or whatever, to join in. So that's quite an impressive little feat. They're basically trying to lay booby traps, so it's basically a cat and mouse version of the game. You try and escape them, they try and catch you using all the features of the game. The other section that they touch on, which is quite interesting, is that they go into the online fighting section of the game, which is the decryption mode. So basically you have, I think, 6v6 in a match type, so you're playing against 6 of the teams. You have a piece of information, a piece of intel, and then you have to basically capture it as quick as possible, get to that section, and then when you grab it, one of your teammates, whoever picks it up, then has to decrypt the information. Now if you all get closer together, if you hug together and defend each other and work together as a team, then you decrypt the information quicker, you win the round quicker. If somebody on the opposing team shoots you, kills the guy with the encryption, he can nick it, and then obviously they decrypt it. Otherwise they can get close to you and they can basically hack the decryption away from you. So it basically instills a very strong team play ethic of the game, so you try really hard to stay together and defend each other, and it's basically a capture the flag with a moving flag. So the game type looks very interesting. How it plays out in the game is you obviously jump into your phone, pick up the game type, choose what you want to do, then join that session. You can have other people join your game, I think, in the single player roam mode as well, which is really interesting. If you can play single player missions with up to 3 or I think 8 buddies online, that's a very impressive feature set of the game. They did hint in this video as well. So all in all, a good day's Ubisoft in Watch Dogs video releasing information fest. One last thing before I let you guys enjoy the full run through of the online multiplayer section is the visuals in this game. The lovely mixture of doff and bokeh in this shot here. As you do a scan on all the phones in the area there, as you initiate the scan, you can see the bokeh and the doff. Loving the visual touches in this game. Very sweet, very pretty. There's nice little lighting touches around the game, and there's obviously a few little cheap little tricks I've seen they've pulled out already on this video. It's quite good to see and notice, but I'll go through those in more detail in another video another time. Anyway, that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, hope you guys enjoyed the footage. Please enjoy the section at the end, and as always, like, subscribe and comment below. Want to hear your guys' thoughts and feelings. Take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Watch Dogs. Today we're going to take a look at some of the groundbreaking multiplayer gameplay. In the world of Watch Dogs, everything is connected. We took the online features and we blended them seamlessly with the single player features of the game. So the single player and the multiplayer, it all happens in the same world. Right now we're going to show you how we can connect to other players in 3 very distinct ways: online hacking contracts, CTOS mobile companion app, and the competitive decryption combat. In Watch Dogs, everyone casts a digital shadow. All that information is out there for us to see. Right now in the game, we're exploring the living city. I'm using the profiler to hack citizens. I'm looking for personal data. I'm also looking for bank accounts, collecting passwords, and learning their secrets. In Watch Dogs, these secrets will lead to gameplay. I was listening to these guys on the bench, and you can see that one of them has an open online contract. Now, if I accept this contract, I would actually enter another player's game, but I'm not ready to hack another player just yet, so I'm going to keep going. I just got hacked. There must have been a contract out on me too. If you look at the mini-map at the bottom right, it shows you that somewhere in that circle is another hacker. I'll have to profile everybody to figure out who the hacker is. Just to explain to you what happened, let's rewind a bit and take a look at this from another player's point of view.
Hi, my name's Carsten Myhill from the Assassin's Creed brand team, and I've been invited to try out some of Watch Dogs' online features. It's me that's hacking into Colin's game, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I've chosen this inconspicuous vehicle, and I'm going to park up here and survey the situation. There's Colin over there. As you can see, he looks like a random NPC. He does not look like Aiden in my game. Only I look like Aiden in my game, and of course Colin looks like Aiden in his game. Now I'm going to hack into that camera up there and get a better view of the situation. So there's Colin again. I'm going to get ready to hack into his game now. He should be aware of my presence in his game at this moment, so he's going to start looking for me. So I'm going to stay put and hope he doesn't notice me.
Back on my side, I just can't find the hacker. I'm going to need to take action. I'm causing the citizens to panic. I want to see who doesn't react like a real civilian. But unfortunately for me, one of them is also calling the cops.
So I can see the chaos that Colin has caused. I'm going to stay put and hope he doesn't see me and try and complete the hack from here.
On my side, I've got everybody fleeing the scene, but I still can't find the hacker. He's somewhere in this crowd. He's hiding in a taco truck? Seriously? Oh crap, I just blasted one of the civilians too. That's not going to be good for my reputation. I'm going to have to take this car and I'm going to have to run him off the road.
Be advised, units are en route to the suspect's location.
Absolutely getting hammered by the cops here. My initial idea to smoke them out really worked, but these cops, this is really starting to backfire.
Looks like I've just about escaped from Colin here. I'll just hack this bridge and raise it behind me just to make absolutely sure. And indeed, I've avoided being killed by Colin, which will get me some notoriety points for a partial success, which will mean that I can unlock some new skills. I must say I've grown quite attached to this little taco truck.
Even though Karsten did get away, I still spotted the hacker, and I got some partial notoriety points. I'm going to use that to upgrade my skills tree. Karsten, thanks for coming by.
Oh, my pleasure. Tons of fun.
Now, let's move on to something different. Now we're going to join a group of friends to steal and decrypt a file. But that won't be easy because we're not the only team looking for it. And here come my guys now. We're gonna have to storm this building to get the file. And there's the other team. David's flanking left to slow them down, and we're heading right. They managed to pick up the file before us, but decrypting it takes time. So we're gonna get close, and we're gonna interrupt their decryption process. Then we can kill them and take that file. And the trick is to use the environment to your advantage. You can generate cover, and you can also create distractions. While the enemy's busy with all the movement on the right, I'm coming in from the shadows. They dropped the file, so I'm gonna go get it. Here's David coming in from behind, and the file is ours to decrypt. We just jump ahead a bit. We know the other team is coming back, so we want to lure them into a trap.
All right, it's hot. It's armed. I'm gonna hack. Cover me.
Now that they're here, we want to keep them out of range so they can't steal the file back from us. It's time to get out of here. The closer you are to your teammates, the faster the decryption goes. So we're going to get moving and keep this away from the other team. The other team is starting to lose, so they have to get close to us. They have to get back in range. We don't want that to happen, so once again we're going to use the environment to fight them off. Like hacking that steam pipe. Blows them right into the wall. My team has changed strategy. We've all got our own cars in case we need to keep the enemy away from the guy that's holding the file. They're close enough again to interrupt my decryption and save me my jam comms ability to really need it. Jam comms temporarily shuts down their hacking ability. All we need to do now is hold them off. Files decrypted. Victory is ours. Enough playing with friends. Now I feel like continuing my single-player campaign. I can see that Jordy's close by. I'm going to go see what he's up to. We've just shown you 3 different ways that Watch Dogs allows you to seamlessly connect your experience with other players. In the world of Watch Dogs, everything is connected. We look forward to seeing you online May 27th.